I just met a shaman said, dude, you smoke way too much.
Yeah, we're saying happy bitches here. He ain't there.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe if I took it off Top Chat. Why the fuck is that even an option?
I don't know.
Well, maybe. I guess if you had like 3,000 people in your chat room.
Yeah, or if you're
Maybe you just want to see
looking
the
for a
top.
fucking
But I checked that. I won't make that mistake again either. I'm on the list now.
Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to. It's not Raw Talk. It's Grumpy Old Soldiers. Glad you're all here.
Get off my lawn.
How's
Damn it,
everybody
Dylan.
doing?
Evening, everybody.
Why don't you cut my grass?
See, we got Devin, Brett, Ron, Jeremy, Brian Ferguson,
Ryan?
JT.
Cheryl.
Oh, yeah. Is it Cheryl?
Yep.
I saw Cheryl in there at one point.
Yeah, Mr. Steve.
And I want to tell Cheryl, you can be my Valentine.
I got to warn everybody. I ate some prunes today, and apparently there is an amount that's too much, and I've exceeded that. Oh man.
Well, that's a hell of
You're
a way to start the show.
Yeah. Well,
That way, if I
just
disappear,
don't trust
you'll
the
know why.
part. Don't trust the part.
Yeah, but at our age, you're not supposed to trust farts anyways, Jim.
I haven't trusted any all day.
Especially in public.
Yeah, especially under the influence.
Oh man. Let's see, who else do we have? Oh, Stream Elements is here.
Hey, stream.
Hey, Stream.
You stream?
Mr. Steve is also in chat too, Chuck.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh
he-
yeah. Hey, Steve. That's right. I remember seeing him. So what are you vaping on tonight, Dylan?
Boss with this 31 that has, I believe, pendulum coils in it. Running Stevie Marquez juice in that. Got the .aio with my gift from Mr. Devin Jeffrey, the 6 RBA. That also that has Johnny Johnson coils in it. And again, Mr. Stevie Marquez juice. Mr. Big Brother. What are we vaping on there, baby?
Hey, okay. I got, well, you know, from my brother George, we got the, what's that? Yeah, the Centaurus with the blaze on top of it. That one's got Brett's, one of Brett's juices.
That narrows it down.
Oh, that's the last of the cantaloupe. Then I've got the Blaze AIO. That's got what's left of the Sour Belt Blue Raspberry. I've got the Sand. That's got Brett's Juice. Orange Cream,
Ooh.
which is banging.
Does it taste like a
And of course, got the Cthulhu, and that's got the other orange one there. I can't think of the name now, and the bottle's over there, but that's it. Yeah, you guys have spoiled me too much. I got too many things going, huh? JT, what do you got?
Let's see. We're starting off with Caliburn running house juice. You
Oh,
got
I've also got the drop. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I
That's
forget.
the Dylan. Oh, okay. Now we got the Scepter back together. Going with yeah, that one. Intake MTL. And of course, for
Problem
the
with that
Rapid
is,
George.
doesn't that tip over on you?
No, I set it down on a flat table.
Oh, okay.
That, and for Brother George, it's the Lima with the Geek Vase Z25 on it, running a really banging cream on it. Man, you still liking that, Jim?
I am. That's what's in the drop.
That's badass.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Especially with I always made fun of these guys, especially like Bogan. we're gonna pair this with this, and come on, dude. But that goes really good with a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah.
If it goes with a cup of coffee, it's great for the way to
Yeah,
start the
yeah.
day. And of course, we got the Pulse V2 with the recurve dual running last of the dweebs. We got the Aries 2 on top of the Ursa. Tobacco by RY4, really. And last but not least, the Hola. Inside, we got the ether on it.
Nice.
And we're running it. This time we got Coastal Clouds, Blueberry Lemonade.
Oh, that sounds
Just
so
in
cool.
this.
Salty.
Oh, man. What are you doing there, Salty Captain Chuck?
I've got the Tita X with the Tita.
Hey, there's children here. We won't be talking about that. At least put a bra on.
The Tite,
There you go.
and I've got the Stubby 21, and the the burrow in it is the Ponte.
Ooh.
Doesn't want to. There we go. Well, you can, and
Shamook.
top side with the Asmodus, whatever it is on top.
Asgard.
Yeah, something.
Those bastards.
And I've got the Pulse AIO.
Ooh.
Ooh.
This one's got the Maven in it.
Not the Raven.
Nope. Well,
Nevermore?
the Raven. This is the clone.
Okay. Nevermore.
And all of these have my
Nevermore.
own juices in them.
I was thinking more like AIAIO with a clock here and a clock here.
Yeah. Mmm. Ooh, Brett, that sounds good. Blue Raz lemonade paired with black cherry Kool-Aid.
Oh, wow, that does sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for those who know, this little hoodie, my name on it, has the Damn It Dylan logo that Jim always throws up. This gift was presented by my big brother.
NJT, him is Kelly.
He was Kelly.
There you go. Glad you like
I
it.
had,
And I gotta thank all three of them for this nice comfortable hoodie with that good little joke on the back.
hey, you could be the next smiley face.
You never can tell.
That's
You,
true.
you know what I mean? It started somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I remember it was that was after the feet.
I mean, go on postal.
Oh yeah.
That never existed before. That postman did that. It's
Yep.
got to start somewhere.
It did. Edmond, Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
We're
This
gonna
is
make
Mud,
Dylan's household
Dylan,
name.
and,
Kind of a big
Dave
deal. I
got
like
me.
that.
Yes. Chuck is kind of a big deal on YouTube.
Oh. Yummy coffee.
And yes, Chuck did post a poll. Y'all might want to hop on that poll and answer that.
Well, at least he didn't say dance on it.
Yeah.
That's Devin's job a little bit later, but tonight, Chuck show. Chuck can do whatever he wants.
Chuck a doodle doo.
Anything Chuck will do?
Doodle doo.
Wow,
Oh, man.
that twist up the tongue.
Banana cream mix of the Centaurus B80. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I got some banana cream around here somewhere.
No, I thought you was gonna say you had a creamy banana.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but
My problem is I'm looking for that perfect cream base that you can add flavors to. It's like whatever cream I use for the strawberry cream I used to make Kelly and my brother doesn't work for orange. You know what I'm saying? I have to adjust the cream. And I'm looking for that one universal cream that gives you that mouthfeel, tastes good, sweet.
Now, big brother, I know Stevie Marquez has a cheesecake one that I had just ordered. So once I get that, I'll definitely let you know how that is. So that way you can try to hop
Cat out of the studio.
fucking Chuck.
He's sexless.
Kind of like Dylan.
He's non-binary. We had him fixed.
That I'm not non-binary. I'm not.
Hey.
You're a mystery, my
Am I?
friend.
An enigma.
Yes. I like that terminology better.
Ah. Okay, thanks, Bob. Happy Hippie said
Thanks,
I'm
Bob.
kind of low. I think he meant my volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're in a pretty good mood.
Yeah. Yeah, I had my coffee. I had enough coffee today. This is the last of it.
Is there really enough coffee?
There is for me.
May never know.
People like me have a max limit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay, I will try that, Brian.
Oh. Okay. There's a little something here. Tucker Carlson on talking to Piers Morgan about how Biden felt about Trump when Trump was in Butler. Let me make sure everything's working here. Share sound. Share.
I do think that shooting, I hope that'll be examined, because
What's happened with the investigation? We don't know anything about this
well,
kid.
Piers, I don't know, because you're not from the United States. It's very common for assassins of presidents to have no motive at all, and at
Extraordinary.
the age of 20 to have no social media profile. He never went on the internet.
Nothing.
It's kind of weird.
No record at all.
Yeah, not at all. No cutlery in his own home. Advanced bomb making skills, operating drones, bringing in rangefinder, making a pretty great offhand shot at 150 yards under duress. It's just normal in America. I mean, the whole thing is so nuts, actually. The fact that the Secret Service allowed this to happen, which they did.
The guy's on the most. Oh, if I was running the Secret Service
Yeah.
for the day, what's the first place you'd look? Oh, it would be the flat roof with a direct line on the stage.
You think? And there was not one agent positioned or assigned to look at that. None. They had no idea.
But why?
Well, because they wanted to kill Trump, obviously. The Biden administration wanted to kill Trump. I mean, there's no doubt.
Do you genuinely?
That is the truth. That's what everybody's been saying.
Well,
Of
they're
course
getting
I know.
closer to finding it's a fact.
Oh, yeah.
That, and I know that by what I saw. In other words, if you leave your child inside a locked car on a hot day and go into a casino and spend 3 hours gambling and the kid suffocates, I can say, Piers, you killed your child. And you say, well, I didn't mean to. Doesn't matter. You didn't care enough about your child that you went back and rescued him from suffocation. It's demonstrable. Your intent can be divined from your actions.
Yeah.
If you allow a roof 140, 30, 40 yards away to remain unsurveilled, a guy with a rangefinder and a drone to come into your area while the presidential candidate is speaking, you don't care about saving the life
And
of that man.
I actually thought what happened at the golf course a few weeks later was even worse in this sense. This is a few weeks after he's
Yeah.
actually been shot.
Yes.
He's playing at his own golf course where he regularly plays at weekends when he's in Florida. And he was 5 minutes away of walking up to a green where if one Secret Service agent who happened to walk ahead had not seen the barrel of a rifle poking out of a bush, that guy had a loaded AK-47, he had body armor, he was ready to go. Trump would be dead. And that would have been, I think, the biggest scandal ever, because that was just weeks after
Well, it is the
he'd
biggest
already
scandal.
survived an assassination. But no one makes much of a fuss about that either.
How many members of Congress did that guy meet with? A lot. He was in Ukraine, which is controlled by the U.S. intel services. I mean, that's just a fact. He was in Ukraine, which is a kind of wellspring of lunacy. Sorry, I know you support it, but it's done more to destabilize the West than anything that's happened in my lifetime. And the amount of evil that has emanated from that country, the amount of assassinations that have come from Ukraine, I happen to know, is very high.
Yeah.
And so this guy is in Ukraine and having contact. Well, how many members of Congress did he meet with, and what do they talk about? This is an assassin. No, we don't know. So, and we don't know.
Again, the media, fascinating, the mainstream media, when was the last big piece you read about either assassination? And yet if that had been an attempt on Obama, on Biden, on Harris, on anyone, on the Democrat side, they wouldn't stop talking about it.
Because everybody knows what this is. These are not lone gunmen any more than, Lee Harvey Oswald was a lone gunman. The lone gunman killed by a lone gunman 2 days later. Okay now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just it's so horrifying that clearly both of these guys were agents of the permanent government in Washington or globally. And there's like no honest person who could deny that. It's just so obvious. And I think that people don't want to wrestle with that because it's incredibly disturbing. And I think it's also possible that people in the Trump administration don't want to deal with it. I mean, they're still guarded by the Secret Service.
Yeah.
And whatever elements tried to murder Trump are still in the positions they occupied.
I mean, I watched him the other day walking through a Las Vegas casino, and everyone was like, isn't that great? And I was like, wow, really? They're letting the president walk through an open casino with endless amounts of people milling around. I think you can carry guns in Vegas, I think, can you?
I don't know.
It seemed to me a very high-risk environment to put a guy who literally just survived 2 assassination attempts.
Is it 2?
Yeah, but he didn't know.
there are
He
more, I
didn't
think,
understand who he's talking about.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
But we don't know about. I don't think that Trump doesn't want people to know about
exactly.
probably the reality.
I think what you're saying is true. So I think it's even more extraordinary than you're saying, actually, or than we really know.
Do you worry about him staying alive, literally?
No. Because I think that if you're going to lead, you have to be willing to risk your life. I mean, obviously, I mean, of course, I love Trump personally, so it's like, no, I mean, I can't imagine a few things worse than Trump being harmed. So I don't want to be cavalier about that, but I also think, as a factual matter, you cannot lead anything, including your own family, unless you're willing to lay down your life for it. I've always thought that. I mean, that is what it is to be a leader. I'm putting other people before myself. It doesn't mean that you take senseless risks, of course, but it does mean that you have a measure of physical courage, and Trump is displaying that a lot, and I think it's essential. I think it's absolutely essential, and you'll hear people say, well, never take any risk. No. You want to lead, you have to. That's what the job is taking risks.
Funny enough, I talked to him a week after he was shot, and I said, it takes a lot. I said, not just to get up when you did, but a week later you'll be back on finished another rally. And I said, did you not have any second thoughts about getting on a stage with 20,000 more strangers a week after you were shot? And he said an interesting thing, a very rare moment of kind of slight vulnerability that he was admitting. He said, I knew if I didn't get back out quickly, I may never get back out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought that was a really honest thing.
It wasn't a week, it was 2 days.
Yeah.
Because he was shot on a Saturday, and the Republican convention started Mondays.
Right.
I'm looking at my
Yeah.
picture. I'm remembering this right.
The Saturday afterwards was when he did the first rally afterwards. Where he was
But I mean, he was in the middle of, a stadium
Yeah.
in Milwaukee. I was sitting next to him, and I talked to him that night. I mean, what struck me the most was his attitude the night he was shot. I talked to him late night Saturday night about something else, and I said, well, that's kind of, are you okay? Yeah, I'm great. Didn't want to talk about himself at all. And the first thing he said and went on about it was how brave the people in the crowd were. And I thought, he's often been called, well, he's always called a narcissist, but here in his moment of crisis, he's directing attention to other people. I thought that was so, because as you said, you don't really know a man until there's a lot of pressure.
Do you think he's
applied.
changed? I mean, I've spoken to him a few times, not as much as you will have done, but I do detect that 2 things have changed him as a man. One, getting a second chance at life, literally, where half an inch and he's dead. And the other, getting another go at the presidency, which was, whatever people want to say, it was completely derailed by the pandemic. And I think that without that pandemic, he'd have been re-elected very comfortably. And so he had a chance to sort of do over at 2 things, professional and personal.
Yes.
And I do sense with him, both privately, but also what I'm seeing in public, a slightly changed guy. Do you feel that?
Oh, I strongly feel that. I strongly feel, on many levels, I've noticed it. I mean, I was at the inauguration, and right near him when he gave that inaugural, I've never seen him read. He's an amazing conversationalist, a wonderfully entertaining host in person, and he's a great extemporaneous speaker, but he's never been a great teleprompter reader. He didn't miss, as a teleprompter reader, I notice, he didn't miss a single word in that inaugural. He was just so calm. It's stylistic, but I think it speaks to something
and
deeper.
disciplined.
And disciplined.
And really focused, right?
But the pitfall, look, I mean, Trump has full command of the U.S. government to the extent anybody ever does, because it's so huge. And more power in his first week of the presidency than any president in my lifetime, more than Reagan.
Yep.
Oh, hang on, man. Chuck, we had breaking news, man. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I'm not gonna lie, Chuck. Chris Morgan in a way is like Simon Cowell. They're just way too serious about certain topics. I understand, in this matter.
Oh, so you're being racist to our British comrade.
I'm not saying I'm racist about that, but I'm just saying I understand where in this situation, Piers Morgan has to be serious and professional conduct the interview. But I understand. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah. Yep. They'll get to it eventually. He's trying to keep his promises first, what I can tell.
But the thing is, Piers Morgan used to be an asshole.
Oh,
He used to say more bad about America than he ever did good. And guess what? He's on board. Tim Pool, he was one of the biggest libtards out there.
Still is.
He's on board.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, people. It's not Trump Biden anymore. It's not Republican Democrat anymore. It's right or wrong.
Yeah. The life of our country.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's like fucking the guy who shot Kennedy. 2 days later, Jack Ruby shot him.
Oh, but then we're just totally isolated cases.
Oh yeah.
Jack Ruby was just distraught and took it upon himself.
Yeah. Oh man.
Father Vinny.
Hey, Vinny.
Well, that too, Jim. He was worried about, Jackie O at the time. So,
Well, yeah.
hey, Vinny.
Hey, Vinny. I'm confusing myself.
But yeah, we're gonna see a lot more before it's over, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, don't you?
Sure.
Yeah. Because you notice everything that he's been doing is where the government has wronged the people or some individual.
But you know what? Nobody's talking about. Nobody's contesting this. Nobody's saying, "Oh no, we didn't pay that. No, we didn't do that." Nobody's coming up with it. They're just mad that we found it.
Yeah.
Well, they get to stand out in front of it, buildings and stuff, and make loud noises and think people are paying attention to them.
No, and Big Brother, that's the thing. All these people can say, "I didn't do it," but
but nobody's saying that. I mean,
no. But the minute we showed them visual proof that we caught them, then what else do they have to say?
They got a judge to stop him.
yeah, but
Yeah, but did you see that what he did today? He said, well, you can still go ahead and do this with the money, blah, 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 but you really just can't fire people.
Yeah.
It's basically what it,
he can fire whoever the fuck he wants to fire.
yep.
Trump never studied law, but he spent more time in a courtroom than any of those fucking politicians.
He got
Okay.
a real time learning.
So ask yourself this. All right, so if Trump can't fire this guy, who can?
Yeah. And when did the judiciary become bigger than the presidency?
Mhm.
Yeah, but I just want to know who can fire this guy because we'll fire him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. He knows he's doing all this right now because he knows it's going to take a lot of work in the end to get through it. So first he's got to find it, and then he's got to go through proper channels on every single thing to fix it.
Yeah. But they've planned this 6 months to a year and a half ago. They've been working on
least.
this.
Yeah.
You've got enough of the liberal DAs across the country that George Soros paid for.
Uh-huh.
But that's
Hey,
okay.
right?
I did like that New York State and Kathy Hochul and Letitia James and the guy from the DMV are all being sued. One of the first things Pam Bondi's going after.
I think Troy just brought up a good
Yep.
point.
He did. Yeah, I
Yep.
totally agree,
Yeah, they
Troy.
gave him that downtime to weed out the snakes.
That's what Bukele told him to do. That's what I did down here in Ecuador. And
But
or is it-
also,
I keep getting, yeah, it's Ecuador.
since Trump didn't win in 2020, he spent the last 4 years researching all of this stuff and getting everything in line so he could go bam, bam, bam.
He's not a stupid man. No.
Yeah.
How do you
No.
think he started mass deportations day one?
Yep. He has
He was
a
ready.
nice. He has nice teams. He knows who to designate
Yep.
power to. What I need this job done, Jim. You do it. You know,
Yep.
Chuck,
Yep.
you go over here.
Mhm.
Dylan, get out of the way.
But I like what he said about ICE. ICE is not the evil entity here.
Uh-uh.
They're not. You kill. You don't like immigrants. No, we don't want illegal immigrants. It's the illegal part.
Yeah.
You're leaving out a very big part of information here.
Yep.
Yeah. They're getting
And I'm
ready to-
sorry you're too dumb to understand that part of it.
Yeah. Oh, you seen the rioters that they had over there in Europe with that shit. No person is illegal. Well, they're planning on moving them down from Canada.
But if no person is illegal, then take the lock off your door.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'll take the wallet too.
Yeah. No, there's common sense, but show me another country as loose as our border. Well, not now, but for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
There isn't one.
Troy,
Not even
why-
in the deepest African countries.
Yeah. Troy, why do you want to be mean to Uncle Gil like that?
Oh, yeah, and more about the processes and all that. I've got a little video here where Trump and Musk and X are having a press briefing. Let's see.
Oh, little picky nose kid.
Coming off it?
X, are you okay?
Now, y'all interrupt at any time because I don't
He's
know
a
how
great
much of this
guy.
I'm going to
High
show because
IQ.
it's a long one.
He's a high IQ individual.
And he's got this, I got this cool chain he's got.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. We had a
Got
busy
Blaine.
day today. The king just left, and we've had a great discussion, terrific discussion concerning Gaza and everything else. We had discussions also about Saturday at 12 o'clock. It's going to be a big moment. We'll see what happens. I don't expect much happening with these people, but we'll see what happens. And we're going to be signing a very important deal today. It's Doge, and I'm going to ask Elon to tell you a little bit about it and some of the things that we found, which are shocking. Billions and billions of dollars in waste, fraud, and abuse. And I think it's very important. And that's one of the reasons I got elected. I said, we're going to do that. Nobody had any idea it was that bad, that sick, and that corrupt. And it seems hard to believe that judges want to try and stop us from looking for corruption, especially when we found hundreds of millions of dollars worth, much more than that, in just a short period of time. And we want to weed out the corruption. And it seems hard to believe that a judge could say, we don't want you to do that. Well, so maybe we have to look at the judges because that's a very serious, I think it's a very serious violation. I'll ask Elon Musk to say a few words and we'll take some questions. Elon, go ahead.
Sure. So the at a high level, if you say what is the goal of Doge and I think a significant part of the presidency is to restore democracy. This may seem like, well, are we in a democracy? Well, if you don't have a feedback loop, okay, you would have to, if you sorry.
Yeah, that's something I got to tell you about theater and stuff. If you ever do a show with a kid or an animal, that kid or animal is going to upstage everybody else.
Yeah,
Every
you should have
time.
learned
Every
from
time.
Every
W.C.
fucking
Fields. What did he tell you?
Go away,
I like
son. You bother
kids.
me.
Yeah, go away, kid. You bother me,
Yeah.
but he likes kids. Well done.
So, tell you, gravitas can be difficult sometimes. If if there's not a good feedback loop from the people to the government, and if you have rule of the bureaucrat, if the bureaucracy is in charge, and then what meaning does democracy actually have? If the people cannot vote and have their will be decided by their elected representatives in the form of the president and the Senate and the House, then we don't live in a democracy, we live in a bureaucracy. So it's incredibly important that we close that feedback loop, we fix that feedback loop, and that the public's elected representatives, the president, the House, and the Senate, decide what happens, as opposed to a large, unelected bureaucracy. This is not to say that there are good people who are in the federal bureaucracy, but you can't have an autonomous federal bureaucracy. You have to have one that is responsive to the people. That's the whole point of a democracy.
Sorry.
And if you looked at this, if you asked looked at the founders today and said, what do you think of the way things have turned out? Well, we have this unelected, fourth unconstitutional branch of government, which is the bureaucracy, which has, in a lot of ways, currently more power than any elected representative.
Damn it.
And
Sorry,
this is not something that people want, and it's not. It does not match the will of the people. So it's just something we've got to fix. And then we've also got to address the deficit. So we've got a $2 trillion deficit, and if we don't do something about this deficit, the country's going bankrupt. I mean, it's really astounding that the interest payments alone on the national debt exceed the Defense Department budget, which is shocking because we spend a lot of money on defense. But if that just keeps going, we're essentially going to bankrupt the country. So what I really want to say is, like, it's not optional for us to reduce the federal expenses. It's essential. It's essential for America to remain solvent as a country, and it's essential for America to have the resources necessary to provide things to its citizens and not simply be servicing vast amounts of debt.
And also, could you mention some of the things that your team has found, some of the crazy numbers, including the woman that walked away with about 30 million,
right,
etc.?
Well, we do find it sort of rather odd that there are quite a few people in the bureaucracy who have ostensibly a salary of a few $100,000, but somehow manage to accrue tens of millions of dollars in net worth while they are in that position.
Kickbacks.
Which is, what happened at USAID. We're just curious as to where it came from. Maybe they're very good at investing, in which case we should take their investment advice, perhaps. But there seems to be mysteriously they get wealthy. We don't know why.
Speaking of which, they need to investigate the Pelosi's too.
Oh yeah, Maxine Waters.
Mm-hmm.
Where does it come from? And I think the reality is that they're getting wealthy at the taxpayer expense. That's the honest truth of it. So, we're looking at, if you look at, say Treasury, for example, basic controls that should be in place, that are in place in any company, such as making sure that any given payment has a payment categorization code, that there is a comment field that describes the payment, and that if a payment is on the do not pay list, that you don't actually pay it. None of those things are true currently. So the reason that departments can't pass audits is because the payments don't have a categorization code. It's like just a massive number of blank checks just flying out the building. So you can't reconcile blank checks. You've got comment fields that are also blank, so you don't know why the payment was made. And then we've got this truly absurd, a do not pay list, which can take up to a year for an organization to get on a do not pay list. And this, we're talking about terrorist organizations, we're talking about known fraudsters, known aspects of waste, known things that do not match any congressional appropriation, can take up to a year to get on the list, and even once on the list is not used. It's mind-blowing. So what we're talking about here, we're really just talking about adding common sense controls that should be present, that haven't been present. So you say, like, well, how could such a thing arise? That seems crazy. When you understand that really everything is geared towards complaint minimization, so then you understand the motivations. So if people receive money, they don't complain, obviously. But if people don't receive money, they do complain. And the fraudsters complain the loudest and the fastest. So then when you understand that, then it makes sense. Oh, that's why everything they approve all the payments at Treasury. Because if you approve all the payments, you don't get complaints. But now we're saying that, no, actually, we are going to complain. If money is spent badly, if your taxpayer dollars are not spent in a sensible and frugal manner, then that's not okay. Your tax dollars need to be spent wisely on things that matter to the people. I mean, these things, it's just common sense. It's not draconian or radical. I think it's really just saying, let's look at each of these expenditures and say, is this actually in the best interest of the people? And if it is, it's approved. If it's not, we should think about it. So, there's crazy things like just cursory examination of Social Security, and we've got people in there that are 150 years old. Now, do you know anyone who's 150? I don't know. Okay. They should be on the Guinness Book of World Records. They're missing out. That's a case where, I think they're probably dead. It's my guess. Or they should be very famous, one of the two. And then there's a whole bunch of Social Security payments where there's no identifying information. Well, why is there no identifying information? Obviously, we want to make sure that people who deserve to receive Social Security do receive it.
Hand deliver the check with a federal marshal.
Yeah, to them addresses, yes.
Mm-hmm. Because they're getting their payments. Oh, actually, that's probably a direct deposit.
Yep.
But they can still find out.
And that they receive it quickly and accurately. I'll tell you another crazy thing. So, one of the things is we are trying to sort of right-size the federal bureaucracy, just make sure that this, obviously there need to be a lot of people working for the federal government, but not as many as currently.
Yep.
So we're saying, let's, if people can retire, with full benefits and everything, that would be good. They can retire, get their retirement payments, everything. And then we were told, this is actually, I think, a great anecdote, because we were told the most number of people that could retire possibly in a month is 10,000. We're like, well, why is that? Well, because all the retirement paperwork is manual on paper. It's manually calculated, then written down on a piece of paper. Then it goes down a mine. And what do you mean a mine? There's a limestone mine where we store all the retirement paperwork. And you look at a picture of this mine. We'll post some pictures afterwards. And this mine looks like something out of the 50s because it was started in 1955.
Yep.
So it looks like it's like a time warp. And then the speed, the limiting factor is the speed at which the mine shaft elevator can move determines how many people can retire from the federal government. And the elevator breaks down sometimes, and then nobody can retire. Doesn't that sound crazy? There's 1,000 people that work on this. So I think if we can take those people and say, you know what, instead of working in a mine shaft and carrying manila envelopes to boxes in a mine shaft, you could do practically anything else.
Yeah.
And you would add to the goods and services of the United States in a more useful way. So anyway, so I think, that's an example. At a high level, if you say, how do we increase prosperity, is we get people to shift from roles that are low to negative productivity to high productivity roles. And so increase the total output of goods and services, which means that there's a higher standard of living available for everyone.
Okay. I'm going to stop it there. That's
I don't know how I feel about it. He used common sense twice.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but at the same time, he kept stuttering over all the words that he was saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's hard to listen to him, but
but that's part of his accent.
that too.
It's not doing the little boy was talking all over him, trying to take all the fame.
You got to remember, he's a high-functioning autistic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought the little boy was cute.
Yeah.
Acting a little bit, I get it, but no, it's wholesome. It's and nobody snipped him.
Right?
Yep. Hell, he was in a whole room full of little girls and other teenagers signing that Title IX thing.
Yeah, he
Not
should
one of them
brought
were
them all in. He
sniffed.
said, gather around. He goes, Secret Service worried about them.
Here's something you probably never thought you'd see.
Not that again, please.
Wait, give me a second. There we go.
A therapist said you can't.
Not the dodo square.
Here we go. Oh, geez, this is the whole show. Nope, that's a mistake.
Damn it, Dylan.
Sorry about that.
Fuck Dylan.
Damn it, Dylan.
Well, now there's a clip. I thought I had it. I guess I don't. Where Jon Stewart actually defends what Trump's been doing. Fucking Jon Stewart.
Yeah. Well, Brian, because they were making out on it. Anybody that wanted to blow the whistle disappeared.
Yep.
You don't think somebody didn't make money on $20 million to make Sesame Street?
Yeah. Well, you
Yep.
know they did. Because how much did Zelensky actually get out of the 120 million? That they sent?
Exactly.
He was trying to say barely half. But it's awful strange. A lot of that equipment they were sending to Ukraine made it down there to Mexico.
Yep. Show the fired rocket launchers with serial numbers for, yeah.
Bribing Scheinbaum.
Shine bomb. She's just a puppet.
Oh, of course. Here's something that JT showed me last week.
Oh.
It's the exposure to benzene, toluene, here we go, and xylenes from electronic cigarette use compared to working environments. It's basically how much you breathe over an 8-hour period. The shit that said, okay, they also retracted the study that said that e-cigarettes cause cancer.
Yeah, but nobody reads retractors.
No, they don't. They do not.
Damage done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've already poisoned the weak minds. I mean, we already got a weak-willed-minded society. Now you just poison people. You'll never tell them different now.
Yeah. Now, hopefully, okay, President Trump said he was going to save flavored vaping, and we're okay for now. He's got a lot of shit to do first, but I hope he.
But at least he won't go the other way.
Yeah.
Hello there, Mr. George Jennings.
Hey, George.
George!
Howdy. I think there's going to be more movement in the disposable area, really,
yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
It's, well, shit, look what Australia did.
Yeah. But I'm happy with him not fighting for us right now.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't fight against us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, he could wait until like his last week in office and then say, okay, federal mandate or whatever. I want to make a proclamation that e-cigarettes are safe and you have to come up with science that says they're not.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Because there's no science that supports that.
No.
No science says that they're not.
Oh, shit, man. Wait till You Don't Know Nicotine hits and people start getting to watch that.
Yep.
They're going to find out for all these years they've been telling us nicotine's an addictive chemical, and it's not.
No. Now, there's something else in cigarettes, too. I forget what they added, but it's another addictive chemical. Besides the monoamine oxidase inhibitor that they put into it, which can be habit-forming, may be addictive, but it's something they used to give to people like me, people with manic depression.
Yeah, but smoking is the trash. And believe it or not, you could be addicted to trash.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, see, That's right, Vinny. The amount of toluene, and that they did a study and said that all those substances that I was showing, damn, I can't speak. They said that they were at ridiculous levels. They purposely, when they were changing from one paper to another, when they were going from one piece of paper that had the results and then they were writing the results somewhere else, they converted it and they exaggerated the conversions.
Yes.
Let's see.
But I thought that was interesting, being that it's from Dr. K.
Oh, yeah.
Farsalinos.
Yeah, Farsalinos, right. That guy's he's a bulldog.
He's been at it, what, over 10, 12, 15 years?
Yeah. Ever since vaping started. Back in he probably not right in 03. He probably a couple years later, but he's been for it all along.
Yep. Kind of like Dr. K.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's not worried about his credibility or anything. People trash him all
Because
the
he ain't
time.
got nothing to worry about.
It's true.
Yeah, remember, he wasn't hiding papers. They were hiding his.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you don't do anything wrong, you really don't have to worry.
Yeah.
And if you're innocent, you don't have a bunch of excuses.
Mm-mm.
You mean like pardons and shit?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's not guilty, but I'm going to pardon him anyway.
thank you.
Darn, I was hoping I could find that clip.
God damn it, Brett.
What'd he do?
Brett randomly texted me a picture of a pussy that was really, really hairy.
What have we told you about cats in this on live, Dylan?
Chuck told me not to do it.
Oh, I got some links for you guys too. Okay, let me show you what they're about first.
Okay.
Okay, on X, there's one called Rapid Response 47. 47 is President Trump. That's the number president he is, and this is stuff that comes from his office. If you've got if you've got questions, I think you can pose questions there. I don't remember for sure.
I believe so. But
That's
it's mainly to be out there and fight against fake news, misinformation, and disinformation. I hate
I'm
those.
so
terms.
sick of those words, yeah.
Official rapid response account of the Trump 47 White House supporting POTUS, America First agenda, and holding the fake news accountable. So that is
Almost overwhelming.
yeah. That's Rapid Response 47 on X. What else do we got? Oh, here's a good one. This is the Doge website. It's dogegov, dogegov.com. And I don't think he's keeping that up to date. He's got a list of things they plan on doing, and he's in the process of doing them. But I think Elon himself probably masters that, so he hasn't had
Hey,
time.
man. That Elon, he's something else. He got him to call him Hairy Balls for a day.
Or big balls.
Yeah.
His Hairy Balls.
Oh,
Big
he
Balls.
was? Okay.
The kid that works for him went by Big Balls.
Oh, that's
And
right.
he wound up. They wound up giving him a position. He's even got his own little header and all that.
And there's
I thought that
also
was funny shit.
this is Doge at Doge on Twitter or X.com, where you can find out what all the hell's going on. Stuff like that. Anyway, I'll get those links and put them in chat.
You do that.
Where'd I put that? So
Was
it's
that
time to
when
roast.
Vinny was, where was Vinny was saying something he had posted up, asked if you grabbed it.
Wait a minute. I fixed it. Oh,
Did you?
no.
Cool.
A hippie was saying I needed to change the screen. No, I missed it.
Yeah, hang on a second.
Oh, shit. Well, let me put the links up. Here, these are the links for the stuff I was just talking about. That's Doge. That first link I put was Doge. On, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was Doge. And here is Rapid Response 47 on Twitter. And here's Doge on X. No, I already got that. Oh yeah, we need to flame Dylan now.
Just look at him. Done.
I remember when Dylan come into my life.
Oh man, Dylan, cheer up! It's your birthday.
Yes, sir.
Birthday boy, Captain Waffle.
Yeah. Vinny said that was in chat, Facebook chat, Raw Chuck, at Raw Chuck.
What? It's in Facebook chat.
It's something he shared.
Oh, I see. Okay. Let me see if I can find that real quick.
Ooh.
Oh, I wish I could make that bigger.
I've heard that before.
The FTA gave 472,756 to the Truth Initiative.
Yeah.
It gave 195,000 to the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, and it gave 145,000 to the Michael Bloomberg affiliated Bureau of National Affairs for Tobacco Prohibition Activism.
Isn't that kind of funny, you know, how our government's been paying these millionaires to pay for propaganda against the American people?
Mm-hmm. What's funny is Bloomberg on his own is paying millions just to slander e-cigs.
Yeah. Who was it? Which one of those in Southeast Asia? There was a country over there where had a warrant out for Michael Bloomberg.
Oh, I don't know.
For passing lies. It's been a year or so ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. I think I know the country, but
Was it the Philippines?
It's either the Philippines or is there a country out there that starts with an S? No, Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka?
Maybe it was.
Oh, they need all the help. Don't you remember that concert they had to have back in '73? Had George Harrison and Eric Clapton and all them.
Oh.
They had a hurricane.
Oh. Yeah.
Hey, Nick.
Indonesia.
Hey, Nick.
Brett says Indonesia. Hey, Nick.
I don't think Brett can use big words like that. I'm going to have to see him do it.
Now he's just making up words.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka.
Next, he's going to be talking about Norwegia again.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. That's everything I prepared for tonight. Jim, might you have a joke for us?
I might. Let's see. Vern, he's very hard working construction foreman. Works 60 plus hours a week. He bowls 2 nights a week and plays golf all day Sunday. Well, his 50th birthday's coming up, and his wife says, I want to do something special for him. I'm going to take him to a strip club. And so they jump in a cab. They get to the strip club. And the doorman, he looks at him and says, "Hey, Vern, how you doing? Good to see you." His wife kind of looks at him and says, "I thought you said you'd never been here." He goes, "Oh, no, he's on my bowling league." Oh, okay. They go inside and they sit down. Waitress comes up. "Hey, Vern, you want your regular?" She bounces off, comes back with a bud, sets it down in front. Wife looks at him kind of cross-eyed and said, "What's that all?" "Oh, no. She works at the golf course. I have a bud every ninth hole. When I get to the ninth hole, I have a bud. She's the waitress there. She knows what I drink." "All right," she says. Well, here comes one of the strippers, jumps in his lap, rubbing her titties in his face. "Hi, Vern, you ready for your table dance?" And his wife got grabbed her purse, out the door she goes. He's running behind her. Honey, no, that was just my friends. They were just playing a joke. Please. He gets into the cab with her. She's calling him every name in the book, every four-letter word ever written. Cab driver looks back and says, "Picked a real bitch tonight, didn't you, Vern?"
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Well, everybody, thank you very much for joining us this week. I really appreciate you. And if you want to join us in chat or in Zoom after the show, just follow the link in chat, and we'll see you there.
Yeah, and remember, when you get in there, be ready. We're starting the lineup to attack Dylan.
Don't be a fucking dick.
We're going to make him cry. God bless people.
Good night,
Stand firm for
everybody.
America.
Big movie, everybody.